Tiger fans are on their feet.
As they should be.
He pulls it in for the 25-yard touchdown. In Erie, Colorado, you are title town today. Tigers are on top
what you call
by
icon
2
living.
scores.
Start a record label, Misfits just
Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. We are live from Tiger Stadium as the Erie Tigers set to take on the Poudre Impalas, and it's a big one here tonight. The last regular season game. And we are flying a little bit by the seat of our pants here to try and get this one ready on the air. But if you give us just a second here, Tigers come into this matchup 7-4, Poudre 7-6 on the season. So big matchup here. Tigers currently in 4th place in the 5A, 4A Front Range North League, and they sit a couple games in front of Poudre, but a win here would help inch their way towards Rocky Mountain High School. You look at this Tiger team and what they've been able to accomplish. A big win just about a week ago over Thompson Valley. They dropped one 4-0 to Fairview, and then last night a double overtime tie to Boulder. And so that gives them the 7-4-3 record. For the Impalas, they are 7-6-1, 2-4 in league play, but they're riding a 2-game win streak coming into this one with a 3-0 win over Horizon and a 7-4 win over Monarch. So that's what your roster, or your team's kind of matchup looks like here tonight. Tigers on senior night, celebrating a handful of seniors. And Abby Hunder, Leah Price, Ari Caffarelli, I know all in the starting lineup, as well as Corin Stafford, your 4 seniors on this Erie Tiger team. And I beg your pardon if I have forgotten any. And so we are about set here for this opening kick. Tigers wearing their gray and black uniforms with the black shirts. Poudre in the white with blue numbers and blue shorts. And the Tigers will start things off. They'll play it back from the midfield out into the middle. That's Stafford with it. Tried to hit a one-touch pass up top. Was looking for Abby Hunder. Hunder tried to slide a through ball up to Leah Price, and that one was stolen away. Now Kelsey Cox will come over and clear out the garbage. And the Tigers trying to settle in with some good opening possession. Nazem Uwalaka here will provide some color. And Nazem, you've got a chance to see this Tiger team play a little bit this season. What do you think they need to do well here to notch the dub?
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
This Tiger team they sit on the record at 7-4-3, I believe. So I actually checked their rankings today. They're ranked 10th on Max Preps and 17th on Chassa RPI. So they are, as of right now, playoff bound. To secure home game for playoffs, the first round home game, they need to win this game against Poudre. Poudre is fighting for a playoff spot as of right now, sitting just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, so big implications for both teams, because obviously you want that home game in that first round.
Yeah. And for Poudre, it's really do or die. If they don't get a result here, then their season's over. And for the Tigers, I mean, obviously it's senior night, so you wouldn't like to lose on senior night. And you would also like to get a home game for the playoffs. So, yeah, big stakes here tonight.
I think that was Kelsey Cox that was trying to track that one down on the far side. She let that one roll out. Throw in here. Tigers trying to maintain possession. So far, Tigers do a little bit, or a little sharper in possession, at least through the opening 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Almost had a dangerous moment in the Poudre box and went out for a goal kick. But a throw in here coming for the Impalas. Tigers trying to regain possession here in midfield. Little one-touch pass, good build-up play for the Tigers, over the top through ball, but a little too much weight behind it. So tell Spencer he needs to be way tighter.
Spencer, go tighter.
Way tighter.
Way tighter.
Like, we should only see 1 or 2 players in your shot. Because we already have a wide shot.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
much
good,
better.
Spencer.
So he still needs to follow the ball, but he needs to be in that tight. Okay, so that way we have a different look
It's
on a
like keep
replay.
try and
And you can cut to that during downtime in the action. Tigers in possession here. Far side trying to spend a little bit of time here in the Poudre third. A little bit windy here this afternoon. Shout out to Spencer Fish and Lincoln Hageman up on top of the press box. Hopefully they don't blow away here tonight. Little pass in, easily gobbled up for the Tigers, and a little bit of a maybe feeling out process here, Nazem, early in this game. Kind of almost like 2 boxers using the first round just to kind of feel each other out without being too aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. These two teams, there's not really been much action to say in the first opening minutes of this game. What I think the Tigers need to do is connect a little bit more with the midfield, try to distribute to their wingers, and to get some play, to get some runners in behind, and get some attack going.
By the way, Callie Harbaugh is our producer tonight, and Tristan Reeves, our replay operator. So if something goes wrong, we'll blame them. No, they are in the mass media class, so this is their first game as part of the ETN. So just want to rib them a little bit there. Ball rolls out. Jimenez looking to throw in here quickly. Ella trying to find a teammate, trying to go over the top. Little lob toward that back line and then cleared away back in toward the midfield. Good job defensively there, needing to be sharp. Was Gabby Gricius along that back line. Tiger back line has linked pretty well this season. A little bit of shuffling back there, but you look at the last few games, they have not allowed more than 1 goal since April 10th when they won 5-2 over Centaurus. Excuse me, they did lose 4-0 against Fairview. Still attempt there. Settle down.
Good stat to say is that they haven't lost at home yet. This Tiger team yet to be defeated at home. This is their first home. They are 2-0-3 at home, so 2 wins, 3 draws, and no losses. So hopefully they can keep that momentum up with this game.
Poudre trying to counter here after a Tiger turnover. Impalas into the open field. That's Jackie Wilson, the freshman, with it. Working against the defense, a left-footed boot. Oh, just whistles wide. And a little bit of a scare into the Tigers. So now it's a little too late, right? So let's just find it, right? Oh, we're not recording. Okay. Okay. We just realized our replay operation system. This was Mr. Bird's fault. Not recording. All right, just got to hit record. That's an essential component of replay. It won't have captured that, so you'll just. But from now on, we're good. Yeah. So our replay operator, I think Tristan, was a little bit baffled after Rigorous direction. Nice steal there. Hunter has it. Kind of a 2-on-1 forming. Hunter sends it for the far post and just whistles it wide. Let's see if we can take another look at that now. I think we captured, let's see here. Yep, that's black screen. So let's go find that replay. I'll help you out there. Okay. Okay, so we don't want camera 1. All right, I'm going to change this. Nazem, why don't you go ahead and do some play-by-play for us real quick.
Ball in. I think that ball was meant for Jacqua Wilson, the freshman. She's a captain as a freshman, by the way. That is very impressive. So we'll throw one coming in here for the Tigers. Here's Leah Price with it. The Impalas get it. Corinne Stafford now biting in. She doesn't get it. It's Poudre with the ball now. Keep dribbling. Oh, and sure, that's a handball. It might have been a handball, and it was. And that was on number 10, Lily Hudson. Yeah, that was a tad bit sloppy defending by the Tigers. You know, letting the runners loose, not marking their man or woman in this case. And yeah, it was a good ball. And it was a good ball from City to Lily. And yeah, Poudre's on. Now it's excellent defense by Ella Jimenez. Marking out Pearl Morris from getting the ball. Now it's going to be a goal kick for the Tigers.
Nazem is going to fill in from time to time tonight on the play-by-play. He's a fan of Chelsea, so send any hatred his way that you might feel towards Chelsea. And then we'll give him a hard time about Man City winning the other day because he don't like them too much.
Yeah, I mean Chelsea, we're 12th in the league right now. It's not looking good.
Jimenez thrown in here. Little one-touch pass attempt. Couldn't get around. Tigers a little bit better in possession through the first maybe 7 minutes or so, but Poudre with some strong possession here in the last couple. See if the Tigers can kind of regroup and play a little bit more in that Impala third of the field. Tigers are going into the wind here this half, and you see that throw riding with the wind a little. Nice head around the defender. Streaking down the sideline is Arabi. She'll center the pass. One touch shot and just went wide. And we'll take a look at that, I think. And you'll see that pass going across there and just missed wide. The replay default for some reason is on camera 1, so after you make the replay, you might just have to hit 2 and then 1. And 2 will take it to the slot 2, which is camera 4. So just hit 2, then 1. And just make sure that that box is checked. The only thing I worry about is it's a little bit over zoomed. Not bad, like we want it to be zoomed. It's just, you know, Spencer doesn't have a ton of experience following soccer, so that's going to be tough for him to get that really great shot.
So
all
I
the time.
do up to live play 5, 10, and then 1, 2.
Yeah, and I can keep. You worry about that. You just worry about hitting the replay, okay? So Tigers. Trying to get something going forward. Both teams just whistling one past the post on the far side here in the last few minutes. Could easily be 1-0 either direction here. Tigers tried to steal it away here. Now throw-in coming from Jimenez, trying to quickly restart things. Tried to squeeze it in there to Leah Price, and Paula's clear, and the Tigers kind of slowly matriculating down the field here. And now we're going to have the long throw-in coming from Brooklyn Vigil. Might see a little bit of acrobatics. There's the front handspring throw-in, top of the box. That'll bounce once toward the top. Poudre trying to clear. And they're able to at least temporarily relieve some pressure, and then the offside flag will come up on the far side. No score here on the Erie Tiger Network. Tiger fans, don't forget to follow us on social media at Erie Tiger Network on Twitter, or Erie Tiger Media, rather, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We do have a TikTok. It probably has one total post or video. What do you call them?
Posts.
Yeah, okay. See, man, how out of touch am I? Subs coming in for Poudre.
Number 19, Maddie Burr into the game for Poudre.
This Tiger squad, a pretty young squad, only 4 seniors on this team. And so just a program, it just feels like they're going to be pretty solid for a while.
Yeah, indeed. Coming in the playoffs, and even going into next season, these seniors, surprisingly, they have yet to win a playoff game. So hopefully, after this Poudre game, they can recorrect that. And here's an attack coming in right now.
And I think, and I'm, I could be wrong. I'm going to have to probably re-research this before I just make up a whole bunch of baloney. I think their last playoff win came in a snowy game in overtime versus the Classical Academy down in Colorado Springs.
I think, yeah, because last season they lost in the first round, and the season before that, obviously, it was canceled due to the pandemic. So their last winning playoff game was might have been in the 2018-2019 season. As a throw-in comes in for Poudre.
Tigers, we mentioned they lost a little bit of their grip on possession for a few minutes there. Seemed to kind of resettled back in there. But looking for that final quality pass in the Poudre third. Put it in the back of the old onion bag. Nice little steal there. Chip into the box. That's a bouncer, and that'll be gathered.
Subs coming in for the Tigers.
Into the game for Erie, number 13, Bailey Ubel, and number 8, Nanzo Uwalaka.
So Bailey Ubel in there and Nanzo Uwalaka. And, well, you've seen a lot of Nanzo through the years, Nazem.
Yeah.
What? Tell us about her game.
She plays the same position as me. She's a winger. She's fast just like me. And she has a good touch. She gets off the ball well. So hopefully that can spark some fire in this Erie attacking force.
Ball redirected, still near the top of the box. A little bit dangerous and finally gobbled up there. You look at the Tiger stats throughout the season. Overall as a team, 33 goals. Uwalaka coming in second on the team with 5 of those goals. Leah Price leads the way with 11. And speaking of Uwalaka, almost on the end of a through ball there. That kind of got caught up in that wind In fact, when that bounced, I thought it kind of blew back into Ualaka a little bit. Jimenez trying to toss it in here. Tigers once again trying to settle possession in the midfield, and that one will be knocked away. That was Ari Caffarelli, one of the senior captains here on this Tiger team, and a deep throw-in coming in the corner. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers maybe pressure this throw-in a little bit. Tossed up the sideline and an errant throw-in, so the Tigers will have a throw-in. And let's see if it'll be Brooklyn Vigil. I got to tell you, the front handspring throw in soccer may be one of my favorite things. There it is, toward the middle of the box, headed on. I think that was Stafford that tried to keep it in the box, and now a little counter chance coming for Poudre, and that one will roll over the touchline. Almost midway through this first half of play, no score here between Poudre and Erie in a pretty big game that has playoff implications for both teams. As that one is cleared away from the back line, another throw-in coming here for the Tigers. It'll be a little bit of a double dip here tonight. It'll be soccer, and then later we'll have lacrosse, and that will be a big game as the boys will take on Cheyenne Mountain, the defending state champions. They'll chip in. Ubel tried to keep that one in toward the box, and Tigers trying to regroup here. Now Ualaka, nice touch. First touch, second touch got a little bit away from her, and Tigers will regroup here. Ubel plays it out wide. Gabby Gricius tried to send one in and couldn't quite wrap the foot around it as it rolls toward the goalie. A little bit, neither team, Nazem, can quite find that final pass in the attacking third.
I think for Erie, it's been on the center mids. I think they need communication is a big thing in soccer or football if you're watching in Europe. It's a big thing, in this sport because your center mids need to be scanning the field at all times. Make sure there are no defenders coming up on them, and make sure to know where all their runners are and to know where everyone is, so they can correctly connect the passes and almost be the mouthpiece of the soccer team. So I think the center mids need to do a better job of that. And I think Ari Caffarelli is one of them. So.
Tigers trying to hold on possession here. Set to check in for the Tigers will be B. Carey. Price trying to pressure the ball. A good job by Cox to act as that center back sweeper there and clear away the danger.
Into the game for Erie, number 7, B. Carey.
So B. Carey will come in. She will give Gabby Gricius a breather. Talked about the number of goals for the Tigers, 33 on the season. You look at Poudre and what they've kind of done throughout the year, 39 goals. So a little bit maybe more of a goal-scoring punch, but the difference is they give up a lot more goals. So almost a little surprising to maybe see no score here through the first 23 minutes of this one.
Yeah, if they scored 39 and this is their 14th game, it means they're averaging about just under 3 goals a game, if my math is correct. So yeah, we're almost halfway, and it's been no score. Both.
Actually, looking at the standings, so not all the goals have been logged, as there's a shot that's blocked in. Poudre's actually scored 53 goals in 14 games, but they've given up 41. I mentioned that they only have logged stats for a certain amount of games, has Poudre. The Tigers have scored 33, so 20 less than Poudre, and they've given up a couple, or they've given up 26. Poudre's given up 41. So you have a kind of a high-powered offense with a leaky defense, and then Erie, who a solid offense with a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, and just like in other sports, it translates well to this sport too. A good defense makes a good offense. So yeah, them being solid at the back will be crucial for them in this game.
Another sub came in for the Tigers. And Ari Caffarelli will take a breather herself. Jimenez trying to keep it in the center here. Ubel looking for a teammate. Little flick on, and oh man, just for a second there I thought it's going to be some danger. The back line kind of that was easily going to roll into the goalkeeper. I think the wind, once again, kind of slowed that ball up and almost gave Ualaka a chance to be first to it. Ualaka into the middle of the field. McGeehan with it. She took a tackle, and Ava's a little slow to pick herself off the turf. Chance here, and a nice job defensively, Jimenez. That stopped a really quality chance. Flying up the right wing was Maddie Burr. Now a chip in, and that's going to find the back of the net. A thunderous strike by Sybil Arabia. And you can see the close shot. We'll run that replay again, and we'll switch back out to wide. As you can see, that was really well struck and just curled away and found the back of the net. Just so 1-0 here for the Impalas, with about a quarter of an hour left to play here in this first half, and that's a huge goal for them as they are fighting for their playoff lives. Tigers probably solidly in the playoffs, as you kind of mentioned earlier. Nazem is, more than anything, they're fighting to try and get a home game here.
Yeah, and currently they're also fighting for an equalizer. So
good job shielding the ball there. Oh, in case you're wondering, the Erie Tigers are indeed 4A, and that's always confusing because, I tell you what, half the sports here in the school have moved up to 5A, the other half in 4A, Poudre in 5A, but Erie's sitting in that 16 spot in 4A right now, and they'll be battle tested. That's the other thing. They play in a very good league within 5A. So you're playing up against a lot of teams. You have to play Fossil Ridge. You have to play Broomfield, Legacy, all those teams in Erie's league, and that is, according at least to RPI, 3 of the top 5 teams in 5A in the state. So, you know, battle tested for sure is Erie.
Corner coming here for Poudre. They're going to try to look to knock a second one in. Number 14 taking it.
That'll be Michaela Mason. Will send this one, and that will sting off of the gloves, and a solid save there. Tigers just unable to get that final through ball into one of their wingers coming off the edges or up to Price so far. It feels like they're kind of buzzing around and about to make something happen, but just haven't quite found the recipe to make it work yet.
Yeah, exactly. It seems that Poudre have a bit more fight in them. A bit more bite, and they seem a bit more hungry, and they seem first to every ball. Yeah, which is why they've converted and they scored a goal. They've scored a goal. Yeah, and they're up early with only 11 minutes left in the half.
Nice little steal there. McGeehan will drop it off in the midfield to her pal, B. Carey. Now Ava looking, will send a low ball in, and referee says, no, let's go back. Let's do that. I wasn't ready to whistle that into play yet. And so what you'll have here is, I think, Kelsey Cox, and she can definitely send a ball. Now this into the wind, a little bit harder to boot 50 yards down the field, and tried to keep that one low. Cox, the nice steal there, looking, maybe a chance here for the Tigers. Slips the through ball out on the wing. Here comes the Tigers attack from out wide. Cross sent in and behind the net. Avery Liska was the one out there wide, trying to send that one in. Tough on the full sprint, as well as that ball coming back on the cross, trying to cut that through the wind. And I don't know, Nazem, I always feel like playing sports in wind is pretty difficult, but in terms of soccer, how much does wind factor?
You know, when you're playing, it goes to one of two ways. When you're playing against the wind, it definitely is harder, especially if you're on free kicks or just taking shots in general, or you're trying to play a long ball through. Then it'll change direction. It might fluctuate. Whereas if you're for the wind, the wind is going your way, and your shots are going to be more powerful. They're going to be more deadly. And my coaches have always told me on club soccer, if you're outside the box and they have the wind on them, do not let them shoot ever, because you never know what the wind will do. You never know where it's going to go. So
now checking back in is Ari Caffarelli. I'm also a little soft when it comes to wind because I'm a golfer, and so wind is a big enemy for us. So, forgive me for being such a softie there. Throw in here. That one is headed toward the back line. Tigers trying to get on the end of this. Little shove there. McGeehan trying to fly down the sideline, looking for a cross. She'll stop, gets tripped, and a foul is called, and that's just outside the box. So the Tigers going to have a free kick coming just outside the box in a pretty dangerous position here.
Yeah, I was hoping a left footer would take this, as it would, get a bit more curl onto it.
This one going back post. Oh, and it's knocked around and finally knocked into the back of the net. Ari Caffarelli scores for the Tigers, and the senior on senior night levels things at 1.
Yeah, and I think the Poudre goalie also might have taken a knock there. You know, a bit of a scuffle back there at the back post, but it does end up at the back of the net. Assist by Ava McGeehan.
Yeah, it was a good cross in, and just didn't quite catch that second angle that we were hoping for. But overall, the first replay solid, and you saw the goal there by Ari Caffarelli, and we are tied at 1.
Hopefully that goal will put more spark into the Tigers.
You know, certainly if you're Erie here against Poudre, you got to think at some point, if Poudre doesn't have a lead, they have to press a little bit because they need a win here tonight, and that opens up some gaps on that back line.
Yeah, as I said before, you know, it's tied right now, but if Poudre don't get a result of this game, especially if they lose, then their season will most definitely be over, because they are ranked outside of the playoff zone. So yeah, we could be witnessing the seniors of Poudre, their last game. They could be playing their last game right now. But yeah, that's why it's do or die for them. They need to get a win or a draw, at least, in order to, you know, keep their playoff hopes alive, especially in 5A, since they're in 5A. It's gonna be
7.5 minutes to go here in half number 1. Tiger fans, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Erie Tiger Network. You can also click the notification icon. That way you never miss a game when we go live. You'll be notified every time.
substitutes coming in here for the Erie Tigers.
Yep, looks like Claire Rowberry and Brooklyn Vigil set to check back in for Erie. Nice little pass there. Good first touch there by Uwalaka, trying to lead the charge into the open space. Tried to fit a little through ball in. Nice job gathering that. The shot is gobbled. Avery Liska did a good job to win that ball back in the box, but a good read by the goalie off her back line to come up and just devour it. Now Price trying to keep that ball in, does. Oh, and just missed sneaking that one through to Uwalaka, who was waiting at the doorstep.
It's a 2-on-1 now.
And too strong a touch that time. That kind of helped Erie out there. There was something brewing down that right side there for Poudre. That one will go over the touchline, and I think we'll see our subs come on in a little bit. Not quite yet. And Ava has had an active half here. She has hit the turf a couple times, and ultimately was the foul she took that led to the goal. Caffarelli trying to settle it down. That one is cleared away. Good read there by Cox. Kelsey will head on. Uwalaka with it now. Once again, stepping over into the middle. Electric with the ball at her feet now. Plays it out wide. Liska trying to cross back in. Uwalaka tried to flick it around the defender. Now tried to almost bicycle it. And that one will be knocked away.
Into the game for Erie, number 9, Brooklyn Vigil, and number 10, Claire Rowberry.
So now Vigil and Rowberry check in. It'll be Price and Ubel that'll come out. .435 left here in half number 1 in our double header of action here on the Erie Tiger Network. We'll have soccer here and then lacrosse. A couple big games as we are winding down the spring semester here. And this class of 2023's final year. And V Hill, who checked back in, is ready to do her patented throw in into the wind. Ualaka had it on her foot for a second, kicked away, and now cleared. Another throw in coming. So Jimenez. Nope, that is still V Hill. She'll huck it in. And Brooklyn will lose that one out. Check it in for the Impalas is Carly Petrick. Ball bounce around into the box. Dangerous here for the Impalas. They will clear away. Impalas trying to slow it up and look for the outlet. Nice steal there out of the middle. Re-stolen back and a big collision there. That was Elliot Dolan that took a shot there along the back line, and a good job coming up and grabbing that one. Is Corinne Stafford. Trying to get V Hill on the end of that one. She'll pick it up. Looking to go quick. Into the box. Ualaka. Tried to chip it on, and it was deflected. No, they'll say that is out for goal kick. Thought for a moment there might be deflected. But after surrendering that goal, Erie has kind of been in control of the rest of this half, Nazem.
Yeah, they've been I mean, apart from that one ball through by Poudre, they've technically their attacking force has been a lot more fluid, a lot less rigid than before. And a shot coming in here.
Oh, and a nice save there. Kind of diving to her left was Katie Mae Schultz.
Out of the air.
Good technique there on the shot by Ava McGeehan.
When a Poudre player goes down, might have an injury.
And seems to pop right up. Not enough of an injury to get the clock to stop. Just a little bit shaken up there.
.43 seconds left in the half.
And they did stop the clock. What am I talking about? And that one will roll into the arms of Schultz. And maybe one more chance here for one of the attacking teams. Ualaka on a nice pass from McGeehan. Steps around the defender. Oh, and just couldn't quite get to her own touch around the defender. And with 6 seconds left, that will probably do it here in the half, and it will. So at the end of one half of play, the Tigers are all square with the Impalas. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to CarawayOrtho.com.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast of the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN.
and celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest. Hey, Vern. Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we are close to being back here in action. 1-1 the score here. A goal in the box by Ari Caffarelli. Late in that first half was the equalizer after Poudre struck first on a nice strike from well outside the 18. That just curled toward the far post, and so that is how we are 1-1 here. So the wind still persistent. The sun starting to set here behind us, as we'll flip sides here.
As we roll into the second half of this game, we're tied 1-1 between the Erie Tigers and the Poudre High School in Holland.
And Nazem, your Coach V Hill down there talking to that Tiger team. What are maybe some adjustments you're making at the half?
Some adjustments, at the start of the first half, the defense was maybe a bit a bit subpar than what they're used to. So he might have changed out their center back, and he might have subbed out the left back. He might have pushed up the wing backs. He might have dropped back their wing backs to help out the center back, because it's been number 13. She's been there all on her own. She's been the sweeper, so he might have dropped them back for support, because Poudre have been getting some runs in, dangerous runs in, with her as the only defender.
Tigers on the attack here. Caffarelli, top of the box, trying to hold on to possession. Now McGeehan gets chopped down. Still in the box, chipped in but wide. Good little opening minute attack, and actually I think that might have been blown dead. At least I saw the little finger wave by the official. Sorry, we were just checking on some numbers out there, making sure we had the right person, as there's Dolan she'll clear that one away. By the way, Mackenzie Paul, the goalie for Erie. We failed to mention that in the first half. Caffarelli tried to sneak one up there to Leah Price. Now Poudre, almost called him Purdue out here. Tristan saying, you've said Purdue a couple times. Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, no Boilermakers out there, just some Impalas.
It's a good run.
Very nice pass into the box. Left-footed crack goes through the legs. It hit off of the right foot of Paul and caromed wide of the post.
Yeah, Tigers are a bit lucky to get away with not conceding there.
And look at that. Yep. Maybe just skimmed off the hands. Either way, better shot that time by Spencer. Getting the hang of it. Little throw in. That one is headed away, and a nice job of clearance by the Tiger defense. I think that was McGeehan that ultimately booted that one away. 36-40 left to go here in this game. We are all square at 1 apiece. Tell you what, the administrators tonight, they do not want this to go into overtime, considering there is a lacrosse game following this. So already going to be a late night here for us. And our crew is saying we're also not wanting a late game here. A little header up. Poudre trying to settle it down. They'll whip it out wide here along the touchline. Stolen there by Caffarelli. Dances around the defender, trying to pick her head up. That one was poked away from behind, but Price is first on it outside the box. She'll whip it in from the side of the 18, and that was expertly picked up that time by Katie May Schultz. And a good job, and guess what? Seeing some good production there out of our crew. This is their first time, so, you get the hang of it. Who knows, maybe they get hooked and they come back into the ETN class. That's how it starts. Good back and forth action. Both teams, I think, have come out in the second half a little bit more purpose in their possession. Just seems like they've been a little bit more sharp in their passing and their first touch.
Yeah, Poudre, I would say might have come out a bit stronger. They almost scored a goal in the first 5 minutes. And speaking of that, they are through again. She takes a shot. Oh, that might be a banger.
Oh man, that one just skims the top of the crossbar.
That one was from almost 30 yards out.
Whew.
And that would have been a highlight reel if that went in.
I mean, goodness, that might have been even close to 40 yards out. That was a cracker of a shot.
Yeah.
That's one of those where you play games where you try and kick the ball from midfield and land it on the crossbar. You ever do that?
I don't think I've ever done that before.
Hunter tried to sneak it through the defense there. That one was swept away. And Jimenez will watch that one glide by out of bounds. Heady play there by the junior. Ella Jimenez, very smart player. Ella got a chance to coach her a little bit in JV basketball last year as a sophomore, was the JV basketball MVP. Just kind of has a non-stop motor and very cerebral player, and evident on the pitch too. And there's a clear handball, and they will whistle that one down. So a free kick coming here about 45 yards away from goal. Tigers crowding the top of the box with the wind now at their back. That one sizzles in low, cleared wide. Low pass in and just scoots by. Thought for a moment that Corinne Stafford might gather that one in the box, but just a little bit too much pace behind that ball into the box.
Out for a throw-in. It is Poudre's again. Number 6 on the throw.
Now a little chop into the middle. Through ball.
Oh, offside.
Offside is the call. It was a good job by Jimenez kind of holding her line, making sure that Poudre attacker, I think that was, well, it's number 12, but we don't have a number 12 on Poudre's, at least on our roster of Poudre. Almost 9 minutes gone here in half number 2. McGeehan looking for an outlet. Chopping it around, dropping it off to Cox, who will try and boot this one into the attacking third. Tigers applying a little bit of pressure, and Hunter almost first to it. Abby, a basketball player, a soccer player, and a track athlete. All for Erie High School.
A jack of all trades.
For sure. And a great kid to boot. Another kid that got a chance to coach a little bit last year on the basketball court. High character for sure. 30 minutes left to go here in a little over 30 minutes. Good job by Cox to come up and relieve a little bit of the pressure. Poudre still keeping the pedal to the metal here in the attacking third. Ball in. That one stolen away. And now the Tigers trying to maybe counter here a little bit on their own. McGeehan trying to carve out some space. She'll whip it wide. Ari Caffarelli, first touch, pegs it off of the leg of the Poudre defender. And
that did not cross the line.
Yeah, it did not cross the line before Ari picked it up.
So that will be a handball, I believe.
Anticipating the rollout was Ari. We've talked about golf a little bit. Her older brother, Braden, was a state qualifier in golf for the Erie Tigers a few years ago. Now up in Montana in college. But we're going to say she's the better athlete for sure. Sorry, Braden. Little throw in here off the back of the head of the intended target. I think that was Flores. Tigers trying to counter again. Up to Price. Tried to first touch, flick it around the defender. That's Leah Fanning back there, the center back and captain. One of the captains for this Poudre team. Ball bouncing around. Tigers in a little bit of a decent attacking position there for a moment. Now a throw in coming for the Tigers. Jimenez trying to squeak a ball in there. Ball played ahead. And they are going to call a penalty in the box. So a PK coming. And I don't know. That was hard to tell from our angle if there was a lot of contact there or not.
Yeah, I think I heard V-Hill scream no. A bit controversial. That was like a 30-yard run. She was slicing.
Oh, man. We're going to take a look at this one, and I'm just going to tell you right now, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. Let's see here. We'll wait till after this penalty kick. But we have a good look at this. And
Kayla Mason against Mackenzie Paul.
We'll see if Paul can guess right here. And top of the net is good for goal number 2. Let's take a look at the goal first, as that one was sent for the top. And now let's take a peek at that penalty again. So you'll notice here, we'll run this forward a little bit. There's the foul I think that they're going to call. And that occurred outside of the box. But she regathered and then slipped on her own inside of the box. So a tough one there. Not sure. I mean, that was right on the edge. We'll run that back here just a second. No, we'll just play this out and go back to live eventually here.
Maybe should have been called as a free kick.
There we go. Yeah, probably should have been called as a free kick. I think there was a foul there. Just not sure it occurred inside the box, and you could see that pretty good there on the replay.
Poudre now scoring 9 games in their last 2. That's a pretty good goal ratio.
Nice little through ball there to Price. Can she find the equalizer? Right side, into the middle, and one touch shot in, volleyed in. Caffarelli, her second goal of the night, and the Tigers immediately equalize. They gotta love that. Go to 4. Oh, no, not yet. Never mind. And so the Tigers concede, and they get it right back.
A brace for Ari Caffarelli. For if you guys don't know what that means, a brace just means 2 goals. So,
you know what? I did not know that. So thank you for the education there.
Yes.
Is the 3rd goal still called a hat trick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that originated in soccer or hockey or some other sport?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Most hat tricks are done with 3 things.
Well, apparently it came from hockey, where a Toronto businessman promoted his business by offering a hat to any player who scored 3 goals during a game. So there you go. At least hockey fans. And actually, there's another source that says in 1858 in cricket, H.H. Stevenson taking 3 wickets with 3 consecutive deliveries. They held a collection for him and was presented a hat. So I think we're going to get some different sources here. So it might have been a cricket term. Who knows? "25 minutes to go here. 2-2. Good action here. A little more up and down. Both teams have had moments of being threatening, and both teams have delivered on a goal. High into the midfield. Little collision there. They're going to call a foul on Ubel. Poudre, a little sloppy pass there, and that's a turnover. And, man, no ball, boy or girl there on the sideline. Had that one gotten quickly into the hands of the Tigers, they might have had a quick little counter opportunity off a quick throw. Nanzo Ualaka warming up, so she'll be set to come in here soon. Throwing down the sideline. Sent back up and then headed into the middle. Vigil tried to get there first. Now Jimenez settles down. Good job, McGeehan, to settle that one down. Price has it. Steps over top of the box. Delivers a pass. Stafford looking for the hat trick, and that one was blocked. Good passing out of the midfield from McGeehan and Price. Now Ubel trying to steal it. Tigers, they've got Poudre carving that high line right now. And the chip in on net is easily disposed of. But Poudre, I think they're trying to be aggressive here, Nazem. They've got to win this game, fighting for their playoff lives. And playing that high line, it's getting a little bit dicey for them. There's a long shot.
Oh, that's a loose ball.
And Vigil couldn't quite keep it in play there. But Tigers look menacing right now. Headed toward the middle. Flicked on by Stafford. And a ball that will roll out. Erie throw in, and Ualaka, I think, will check in here. Oh, I thought they were looking to the sideline to bring in a sub. They'll wait till another whistle.
I mean, it is Erie's ball. There should be a sub in here. But
I'm just not sure anyone sees that Coach Vigil wants to send the best Ualaka athlete of the family into the game. Actually called a foul and a free kick coming. Cox will burn this one in there, and that one, oh, miscued there by. That was miscued there by Schultz.
And it's a 3-on-2 now.
Tigers under some pressure here. And good job there defensively, rotating over Gabby Gricius, as that was a little bit of danger. Arabi, who already has scored a goal in the run of play tonight, was coming in. 3 goals in the run of play, 1 off the penalty kick. And we are midway through this second half. And it seems like Erie has played in a lot of these late, tight games here this year. Corner coming, that one sent far post, and that will whistle just wide of the outstretched foot of one of the Impalas there along the far post. And now Nanzo Uwalaka will check in here for the Tigers. And she will come in for... no idea. Who came out?
No one came out. There's
Tigers
12,
playing
12
with 12? No, Jimenez came out. She's...
oh, okay.
We both thought the same thing, though. We didn't see a Tiger run off the field, and Jimenez ran off over the goal line and was jogging behind the Tiger net, hiding in plain sight. Caffarelli trying to get it forward to Price. V-Hill trying to steal it back. Does. Just trying to step around the defender. And that one ricocheting out of bounds. Good job by the Tigers, releasing a little bit of pressure. Now a ball in toward the back line. Uwalaka giving chase and having to just dump it out of bounds. Were the Impalas.
One of these throw-ins. Probably by V-Hill coming in.
A little more wind at the Tigers' back here this half. So should help out on these long throws. Ball in, bounces in the box. Trying to get to it was Stafford. Now the long shot floating high. So here comes a goal kick from the Impalas. Tigers still along the sideline. Coach Mandia has entered the box, and no doubt he is pulling for a goal here. Throwing up the far sideline. Price trying to get around the defender. She's got the ball into the box. Price streaking in. Passes in the middle, and V-Hill just didn't quite get to it. Was slightly deflected with bodies coming through. And a dangerous opportunity for the Tigers there. Now Ari trying to chest that one down. Nanzo threatening here. Tigers continue to look dangerous as Caffarelli will try and flick one on, but
yeah, also
miscued.
Yeah, might have been a high kick there by Nanzo Uwalaka. Yeah, very lucky not to get the foul there.
Is Nonzo also a Chelsea fan?
I mean, she doesn't really. She's really a kind of a fake soccer or football fan. She doesn't really watch. She says she's a Manchester United fan, but she doesn't watch their games. I'm an actual fan of Chelsea. You know, even though this is our worst season in 20 years, I've watched 90% of our games, but she doesn't watch soccer or football. I don't know why. She's not a real fan. But
spoken like a true sibling. Just ruthless. Foul here against Poudre. Tigers will have a free kick from just near the touchline over there. About 30 yards away from net. Chipped in. Far post. Ooh, that was dangerous. Several Tigers there. Fell into the arms of Schultz, but that was well placed. Now up the numbers. This one chipped in toward the middle of the field. Uwalaka, heavy first touch. Ooh, and foul there in the midfield, and
Poudre's ball, I think.
Referee getting a little bit worked up. Has some rabbit ears there. Hey, just no need to get combative with the sideline. Just make your call, move on.
15 minutes left in the second half. A goal here from either side would be crucial and will most likely end the game.
Deflection to V-Hill. Yeah, I thought for a second that was a handball there on Poudre when uncalled. Nice little steal there.
Advantage played.
V-Hill with a nice through ball to Uwalaka. Oh, just couldn't quite get on the end of that. That was an excellent ball across the field, and Uwalaka was maybe a step away from delivering that into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, the goalie was coming at her at a pretty fast pace. Maybe could have poked her leg out, but, you know, a bit risky, and you don't want to risk a foul, especially on the goalie.
Played back out of bounds. Tigers again with some pressure in that attacking third. Nice little boot over her own head as Price chips it in toward the middle and cleared away. Cox will send it quickly back in. Uwalaka settled it down, but a handball.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was going to go uncalled there for a second. I almost mentioned that myself on air, but, you know, don't want to put that out in the world.
Yeah.
Poudre, they've got to win this game, so they're going to get in some desperation mode here with 13 minutes. You mentioned the RPI now. Perhaps a draw doesn't kill you, but I don't know, Nazem. It would be pretty devastating, I think, for Poudre's season should they not be able to find a way to win this one.
If Poudre fail, if they do drop this game and they do take a loss, then their season will end up in the farmlands of northern Colorado.
Farmlands. You know, they are. CSU is an ag school, so yeah. Let's go with that. You mentioned Poudre sitting 33rd in RPI, one spot out of the playoffs. And they're sitting right behind Lakewood and Monarch, who I believe's already played their last game. Throw into the box, and that one I thought was deflected off an Erie head, and it was, and out of bounds. And now B. Carey set to check in here for the Tigers.
For Erie, number 7, B. Carey.
B. Carey will replace Ubel. And Poudre really just giving away possession there. They tried to play it short because, once again, into the wind, those goal kicks are a lot tougher. And they just chucked it out of bounds once the pressure came. So here comes Vihill's throw. This one high in toward the box. Headed back toward Brooklyn. Tried to head it back toward the box. Brooklyn again with a touch. Price will lay it on. Chipped in toward Nonzo and just over her head. Tigers continue to look dangerous here. They have been the dominant team in the last 10 minutes.
Poudre, they need to hold out. Maybe rotate some fresh new legs. They seem to be getting a bit tired, especially their midfield.
Yeah, I would say what we've seen so far is Erie has the deeper team. They've been rotating players, and they, as you said, they look fresher right now.
But, especially in this sport, you have to be 100% all the time because, in most soccer games it is low scoring. So if you're even off the pace for, let's say, 5 minutes and you can see two goals, the game might be already over. And this is why makes the sport so thrilling. It's unlike any other sport. That's why you need to be on your pace all the time, because even 5 minutes of a lapse in judgment can basically end your game.
Flicked on, far sideline, into the sunshine. The shadow of the press box starting to creep across the field. The wind actually picking up here a little bit. Under 10 minutes to play here in half number 2, as long as we get a goal. Caffarelli trying to flick on. Stafford in the middle, trying to get McGeehan. Almost could have called a handball there, and a foul coming from behind. Going down a little bit easy, but smartly. Mm-hmm. The Poudre midfielder.
Now, from here on out, a goal here would be almost killing the game. There's 9 minutes left. If either side gets a goal, it might be.
By the way, if you're wondering, okay, why is this game scheduled for today and not tomorrow when there's no lacrosse game here? Poudre's prom is tomorrow. So Poudre wanting to get this one in without any prom conflicts.
A prom in May?
A prom in May.
And it's the second week of May as well.
So. Just baffling Nazem here. A 23 left to go. Poudre. Perhaps their season on the line. It'll come down to RPI. And right now they are on the outside looking in. And for the Tigers, they are right on the 16 seed, which would be a home playoff game. Now, of course, there's still seeding. I don't recall. It's different in every sport. In CHSAA, there's usually a committee that seeds the teams. And they're fairly close. Oftentimes, I'd have to look specifically through the bulletin to see the seeding criteria. So sometimes it's not purely off RPI. It's off RPI, max prep rankings, or other factors. But in terms of pure RPI, Erie sitting 16, that would slate them for a home game against Palisade. And that would be a long haul should those two flip.
And I've never heard of a team called Palisade. They're probably from the outskirts of Colorado.
Well, have you eaten any peaches in this state?
Yeah.
There you go. Probably from Palisade over there near Grand Junction.
Oh, that'll be a pretty far drive.
4-hour drive for sure.
Yeah.
Throw in here for the Impalas.
Miscued kick there by Poudre.
Good little first touch clearance there. Now V-Hill trying to wrap her foot around that. Bounce just short of Nonzo. Nice steal there. And giving it right back up. All right, Brooklyn with it. Oh, too strong a first touch. And headed out toward midfield. Poudre trying to reestablish some possession here. We'll see if their back line continues to creep its way forward and if they start maybe pushing some extra numbers forward. Nice little choppy steal there out of the midfield. That was Jackie Wilson with it. Oh, a big collision and a foul called 30 yards away from net.
20. This one would be, I mean, I'll be surprised if they scored it from this far out. But, you know, a ball in here, most likely we're going for a cross or ball in. You don't really have any tall players, so I don't think they would have. Erie shouldn't have much trouble defending this. I'll be surprised if he goes for a shot here.
That's the kiss of death. Nazem.
That's a good.
Oh, is that one just high? You almost jinxed us. I had to unjinx it there. Too much. That's it. You'll learn as an announcer. You can't put too many expectations on a player, or the opposite will happen. 4:47 left to go here in half number 2 in regulation time. Would be 2 10-minute halves of overtime should there be no goal.
And it looks like we will be going into overtime. There's only 4.5 minutes left.
There you go. That's how you jinx it. That's the right kind of jinx. Little pop over the head. Price trying to get to it.
And it was not offside either.
Price in the box. Right foot to it. In the middle. Good save by Schultz. Both Brooklyn V-Hill and Nonzo Uwalaka were right there ready for a juicy rebound. And now on a little quick counter. Poudre, the through ball, top of the box. And offside is the call. And
she did miss anyway.
Nazem right on that.
Yeah.
Remember, Nazem, we are nice to high school athletes. Just remember that.
Yeah.
On both sides. Nazem was our color guy on the first call of the year here in this stadium. And one of the last calls of the year as well, as we are winding down here in May. Now the middle. Caffarelli trying to squeeze one up to Price, and too much pace on that one. That will roll out. Tigers can maybe pressure the throw-in a little bit. Not only a throw-in kind of into the wind, into the sunshine, but kind of backed up into your own corner. Maybe a chance here for the Tigers. Nonzo chips into the box. V-Hill trying to apply pressure. Does deflect it. It will roll out, and now we'll throw in from this side. Three Tigers on the prowl there. Oh, a turnover. Caffarelli tried to one-touch hit it. In that moment, you want to get it off your foot quickly. There's not a whole lot of time in the box, but with the way that came back at her, she probably could have settled that down and had a beat or two to really make sure she stepped over the ball.
Yeah, high adrenaline does a lot, especially in the last 2 minutes of play. Yeah, an extra touch would have done her good and would have caused maybe the ball to at least be on frame. But yeah, the adrenaline causes a sense of urgency in these players. So,
minute and a half remaining here in regulation. Can either team break the deadlock? Poudre's going to try here on this attack. Tigers trying to get numbers back. Calling for help is Caffarelli. A little Poudre will lose this one. Price has it. Price up the sideline looking for an outlet. Played into the middle. Poudre has to be sharp here, and they were. That was one of those moments where a turnover would have been deadly for the Impalas.
45 seconds left in the half in the game. A goal here would be the dagger in the hearts for either team.
Brooklyn trying to go quickly. Has Uwalaka. Down there, Uwalaka almost turned and burned.
Might have been a handball call there. A handball there. Touch and go. Nonso Uwalaka on it.
15 seconds left. Nonzo, nice little touch out.
Got to hold her line. Oh,
no, Leah
offside.
Price did not hold the line, and they called offside.
And that will be the end of the game.
Yep, end of regulation. We'll take a timeout. It's tied 2-2. We'll come back for overtime here.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. The field awash in sunshine as the Tigers trying to win this in overtime. It is golden goal, and you see the clouds starting to roll in. Yep, we're looking at clouds, people. Uh-oh. Something just went down. So, you know, we're going to take another quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Back door open.
You're not going right now?
I know I'm not going right now. I'm just asking. Is it?
I don't know. All right, and welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As lost signal there for just a hot second. We got a nice cheering section of the 4 seniors and their big heads. I can't see them. We never showed it. Never showed it. So if you're Poudre, as we mentioned, you know, they could certainly afford to play for overtime, but you didn't want to play for maybe too aggressively and give up a goal. But as this game goes on and we get closer and closer to the end, they really have to push here. This could be their season on the line. Tigers trying to maybe lock up a home playoff game with a win here. And Poudre will start with possession in a golden goal situation. And Nazem, the purist, doesn't like golden goal. Me, the announcer, ready to end one game and get to the next. Love golden goal. Love it. Oh, and that one stung the back of Caffarelli's head. Ari. A collision in the midfield. We'll call the throw-in for Erie here. In this overtime period. Headed forward. Now clear down the field. Can Uwalaka get there?
This could be.
She will. She'll stop in the box. Flicks it on. Price tried to kick it forward and just couldn't get enough on it.
Poudre's season almost came to an end right there.
Their 2023 season flashing before their eyes. A little bit of a miscue there. Poudre trying to settle here in the midfield. That one slipped through toward the back line and over the touchline and out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in.
Tigers, when they do go to overtime, have yet to score a goal in OT. Let's see if they can break that curse today. But so far, all games that have gone to OT have ended up being a draw.
Now Price with it. Has Uwalaka. Oh, I think she was just offside.
Maybe a good thing that.
Yeah, they kind of rebuild from the back here.
Poudre still playing a semi-high line.
Tigers definitely have speed in that left side with Nonzo and Leah Price.
Nonzo Uwalaka did not start the game at the start. She is starting for overtime, so maybe V-Hill might be impressive with her performance in this game.
Nonzo tried to lay it off for Carey to come onto the ball. A little too much mustard on that one. As we roll through 7 minutes remaining, and there will be 2 overtime periods should it be tied at the end of this period. Nonzo flicks on. Price chips in, clear it away. Averted danger for the Impalas. Nice little flick back in. Nonzo trying to go around the defender. Now Price, nice little touch there in the middle, but just couldn't quite find Caffarelli, and the Tigers continue to maintain position. And, you know, Nazem, you said with about 12 minutes left or so in the second half that the Tigers look like the fresher team, and they really have just dominated in possession since you kind of mentioned that.
Yeah, they got many chances even in this first OT period. They've gotten multiple chances on goal, and Yeah, and sooner or later, you know, they just have to be, as my coach says, finishing their dinner and, you know, putting it in the back of the net. Because as much as a team can be better, as much as they can control possession and create the better chances, if it doesn't end up in the back of the net, it means nothing. And
soccer's a cruel game.
Yeah, it is a very cruel game.
Redirection here, counter opportunity for the Impalas. Good job, Dolan playing the ball, getting a turnover there. Stafford looking for Price. It gets it to her, and she couldn't quite get it out and keep it in front of her. The Erie fans were wanting a foul called there in the middle.
Yeah, I didn't see that foul too well. I just saw her go down, so sub coming in here for Erie.
Jubel into the game. Stafford out. Now out wide for a throw-in. We'll take a look at that in the next break of action here. Oh.
Throw-in coming in here for Poudre. A long throw-in.
Oh, dangerous and gathered there. By Mackenzie Paul, the freshman. Now booted ahead, and that one too strong. Let's take a look at that call there in the middle. And was this a foul, Nazem? We look, and there's Price. And yeah, I mean, that's
like
a clear call. Yeah. Now Price with it. Trying to make amends here. Nice little nutmeg there. Sends it into the middle. Is anyone home? There's a shot, and they can't get it to go. Caffarelli looking for the winner. Couldn't send it to the back of the net. That was a heck of a play by Price. Nutmegging the defender, but just couldn't find the back of the net was the ball. And McGeehan is going to get a yellow card. As we watch this one back as well. Tris hasn't clipped it yet. He watched the replay already and is feeding me some info. And I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's a good ball in. 3.5 minutes left in the OT period.
Chucked up the sideline. Now Price with it, and another play that is whistled dead.
Poudre take that free kick quickly, wisely.
Yep, Tigers protesting the call, and Poudre continuing to play. Smart. Now this one's sent up. V-Hill couldn't quite touch that one down, and that one will go careening out of bounds. 2:38 remaining in overtime period number 1. Will we get a golden goal? Will we go to overtime number 2? Will lacrosse play it all tonight? Throw in here for the Impalas. Tigers' back line has been really sharp here in the second half, other than the foul that occurred near the edge of the box that was ultimately called a penalty. This one sent up, and Uwalaka almost got her foot up in the grill of the defender.
Forwards have to be careful about their line. Not being onside is the main priority. Number 8, the goal scorer, I believe. And now might be, yeah, it is a foul. Maybe a bit soft, who knows, but
fouls picking up here.
Poudre will get us a foul 25 yards out. Low driven ball in.
Dangerous spot here. Oh, a big kick there, and luckily the Tigers able to clear. Price trying to get it. V-Hill swipes it. Trying to lay it off for Price. That will leak out of bounds. Redirected into the midfield. Dangerous spot here. Yep.
Miles of open space. Oh, my.
Oh, and a foul coming against Poudre. That was smartly done by Caffarelli. She got around the offensive player, then kind of slowed to take the knock from behind. Yeah. And that will end the first half of overtime. Overtime period number 1 has gone by the wayside. We'll take a very quick timeout.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon.
V6.
No, if
with
you
world-class players or with all that space.
No, because PK shootouts, it's like
it's BS. It's not real.
I mean, most of the time the better team does win on PK shootouts. But I don't know. Like if you can score PKs, that's on you.
You may have heard us in the background. Apologize for that. We didn't know we were back live. We were discussing PKs as a way to end a game in soccer. This game will not end in PKs, a regular season game, but if this were the playoffs and they ended tied after 2 overtime periods, they would go to PKs. We'll switch sides of the field. Tigers will now go into the wind here in this first overtime or second overtime period. As Wulaka will try and settle this one. Lacrosse to follow this Price trying to sneak one through. Was looking for V-Hill. This one redirected. Oh, and Ubel stumbled into the legs of the Impala defender. Incidental, that's Leah Fanning, and she is shaken up. And I tell you what, I did not like the way that her knee looked. And they're going to stop play for a moment. Nope, they'll keep it going. It's Fanning. I thought Fanning was maybe asking to come off, but she'll stay out there. Trooper. V-Hill.
And number 14. Tigers switch back to one sweeper in their own defensive end. Everyone else pushing for a goal.
Price.
Up high.
In the box here, the crack on, and good job by Schultz sliding over to the near post. Good shot by Price. Kind of caught me off guard. Schultz was not caught off guard. I thought she might try and send one far post. Now dangerous ball up here to the box. Impala's tried to cut it back and no one home. Tigers getting a little aggressive here in this overtime period. Opening up maybe some gaps along the back. Now a throw in here. Paula's trying to keep that one in the Tiger third. Keep applying pressure. And maybe he was offside the call. Then I sat back down. Feet getting tired here. We've been standing the whole time.
Yeah. I have chicken legs, so I can't stand for a long time. Even though I do play soccer, I don't understand it.
Little flick on, and that one is called offside. Price lurking offside.
Obviously, there is no VAR in high school soccer, but that line did seem to be a bit tight. I don't know if that was offside or not. It's hard to tell from up here.
Sometimes in Erie Tiger Network class, to open up class, we ask different attendance questions. And one of the questions we've asked is, what is your hottest hot take? Nazem, are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Offsides in soccer and hockey. Eradicate them. You're a purist. I know, you're a purist.
I thoroughly disagree
Once again,
with that.
stretch the field. Who cares if someone's hanging out cherry picking?
Well, because like, let's say a forward can just like sit right there.
Exactly.
Just like wait for it.
Opens up the space.
Well, but then it'll make it like really extremely hard to defend.
Well, okay. We like that. We want goals.
I disagree with that rule.
Well, viewers didn't know they're about to tune into a soccer rule debate podcast. Near side, looking for the cross. Top of the box, dangerous position here. Tigers step up. That one gets through. Good no call there. And the Tigers will clear away, but a little bit of surge of momentum for the Impalas as Uwalaka gets tripped.
And hopefully the Tigers will take this quickly to catch the Impalas off guard. And they will. It's a decent ball. Nansa being grabbed a bit. That might have been a foul. And she will.
And the linesman's calling the foul. Yep.
Yellow card.
Yellow card. So a free kick coming in a dangerous position.
Now, if I was a coach, I would probably put a left footer on this who has technique, enough technique to curl a foot. I mean, I don't know if there is anyone on this team who has that much. I'm not going to say anything, but I don't know if anyone on this team has that.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. But I would put a left foot on this 100% instead of a right footer to get the proper curl on this. But they're putting the right foot on it anyway.
Well, you're putting one of your best kickers.
Yeah.
The kickers of the ball in Ava. So let's see what she can do with this.
Yeah.
5:26 left to go here in the second overtime. Can Ava McGeehan maybe put one on net?
And end the game.
And just floated high.
Pretty decent free kick as well. If that was...
Let's take a look while we have just a second here of that foul. As you see, Nonzo got cut off there right at the end. And actually, it was the linesman that ultimately called the foul.
4 minutes left. You hate to see a game end in the draw. Tigers have had a lot of that in their season.
Yeah, this would be their 4th draw at home this year.
But if they do, and if this game ends in a win or a draw, they will finish the regular season, undefeated at home, which is an achievement nonetheless.
4:30 remaining here in this half. And Paula's trying to release one down the sideline, and dangerous there. Is the other camera wider?
No.
We're good. Just wanted to make sure we didn't lose the ball there.
4 minutes left in regulation.
Throw in, and the Impalas are going to push numbers forward. And you know what? I'm a little surprised not even more numbers forward. And maybe they feel like a draw might get them into that 32 spot. But if you're Poudre, I think you got to go for broke for the win. You don't want to leave that any doubt, especially with playoffs implications on the line.
I mean, Poudre is statistically, they are the weaker seed in this matchup. So a draw could,
as that one was branded for back post, just over the hands of the freshman, and Impala was lurking back there.
3 minutes left in regulation. Both teams would want to pick up the pace, try to get the game-winning goal for their respective sides.
Kelsey Cox taking that goal kick. And a turnover here for Erie, and they'll do a quick throw in. The Impalas, 2:47 left. Throw in into the box. This is a dangerous spot, and picked up there by Paul. And Paul will boot this one quickly in toward the middle. Poudre right now starting to win more of these 50-50 balls. Ooh, a high floating ball. This is dangerous. Can Nonzo get there? She will in the box and skite it through the uprights. She was first to get there.
And the Poudre defender did a pretty good job defending there. Cut her off.
V-Hill trying to get to it.
A minute and a half left in the game.
Caffarelli sent a low one in there. That was dangerous for a moment. And, man, the Tigers just can't quite. They look so dangerous through overtime number 2. And a collision there, no foul called.
Refs might want to speed this game up, let them play.
Vigil trying to play it to herself around the defender. Moment here, chipped up ahead. Uwalaka is going to be first to it. She's got Price in the middle. Oh, and a good play off her back line. It's still loose, but no other Tiger was there. That was almost the winner. 45 seconds left.
That might have been an illegal throw-in.
This one booted up. That's going to go over the head.
Surely she's onside. Surely this is the game-winning goal. Surely.
And it is! Uwalaka will put it into the back of the net and win it with 26 seconds left.
And Poudre's season will come to an end with that loss. And Nansu Uwalaka scores the game-winning goal against all odds.
And let's take a look at that goal replay again. And it was smart by Nonzo to take the shot because Price might have just been ahead of that ball, but it was a no-doubter back of the net. And the Tigers, it took all of 99 minutes and 34 seconds, but they win it here 3-2. It was a good one here on the Erie Tiger Network. That's going to do it for us for soccer. We have a crew shift incoming for lacrosse. We're going to get set up for that. So for everyone on our crew tonight and everyone across the Erie Tiger Network, I'm Brandon Bird. Until next time, Tiger fans, I'll chirp at you later.